Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video, we're going to explore something really interesting and exciting. So, if you want to find out what you'll learn by staying with us till the end, make sure to watch the whole video. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The 1988 USA 1 dime coin is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, representing much more than just its face value of 10 cents. At first glance, it may seem like a typical dime, often dismissed as another coin in your pocket or change jar. But as we delve into its background, design, minting history, and most importantly, its value for collectors, you'll see why this coin holds a special place in the hearts of numismatists. By the end of this video, we'll reveal the current value of a rare and highly coveted 1988 dime, which has astonished collectors worldwide, reaching as high as $105,000. Let's first travel back to the year 1988, a time when the world was undergoing significant changes. In the United States, the country was in the midst of a long period of economic growth, with the stock market on the rise and unemployment at its lowest levels in years. President Ronald Reagan was nearing the end of his second term, and the political landscape was dominated by the Republican Party. But for coin collectors, 1988 was also an important year because it marked a new era for American coinage. The 1988 dime continued the long-standing tradition of using the same design that had been in circulation since 1946, the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. This design, created by renowned sculptor John R. Sinnock, had become synonymous with the 10-cent coin. Roosevelt's portrait was chosen because of his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and his lasting legacy in shaping American history. However, while the design had remained unchanged for decades, the world of coin collecting was far from static. In fact, it was on the brink of a transformation that would change the way people viewed coins, especially coins like the 1988 dime. The U.S. Mint, which is responsible for producing the nation's currency, was undergoing a quiet revolution in the late 1980s. Advancements in minting technology were making it possible to produce coins with unprecedented accuracy and detail. At the same time, the growing popularity of coin collecting, driven in part by the success of the State Quarters program, meant that collectors were increasingly focused on coins with high quality, rare varieties, and special minting errors. It's within this context that the 1988 dime comes into the picture, offering collectors a unique glimpse into the world of modern American coinage. The 1988 dime was minted at 3 facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P mint mark, the Denver Mint, denoted by the D mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint, denoted by the S mint mark, which produced proof versions of the coin. The general circulation coins produced at Philadelphia and Denver were struck in copper-nickel clad composition, which was standard for dimes at the time. The proof coins, on the other hand, were struck in a special process that gave them a shiny, mirror-like finish. These proof coins, while still common, were highly sought after by collectors for their pristine condition and attention to detail. Now, let's talk about the design of the 1988 dime. The obverse, or front, features Franklin D. Roosevelt's left-facing portrait, with the words "Liberty" above and the year 1988 below. The inscription, "In God We Trust," appears just to the right of Roosevelt's neck. This design is simple yet powerful, capturing the essence of one of America's most revered presidents. The reverse side of the dime is just as iconic. It showcases a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, all of which are encircled by the words "United States of America" and "E pluribus unum." The torch symbolizes liberty, the olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and unity. These elements have been a part of the dime's design since its inception in 1796, and they continue to convey the values that America holds dear. Though the 1988 dime might seem like any other circulating coin, its value can be influenced by several factors, including its condition, mint mark, and any potential errors that may have occurred during the minting process. As with all coins, the value of the 1988 dime is primarily determined by its rarity. its condition, and the specific demand for the coin at any given time. Most 1988 dimes are worth just their face value, 10 cents, if they are in typical circulation condition. However, as with any coin, certain examples are worth far more. The condition of a coin is one of the key factors that affects its value. Coins are graded based on their appearance, and this process plays a significant role in determining how much a collector will be willing to pay for a particular coin. The grading scale ranges from poor to perfect, with several grades in between. Coins in pristine condition, such as those that are uncirculated or have been professionally graded as high as MS-68 or MS-69, can fetch much higher prices than those in lower grades. Proof coins, which are specially struck for collectors, are another factor that can drive up the value of a 1988 dime. These coins, particularly those that are in perfect condition, are highly desirable to numismatists who want to add the best examples to their collections. A proof 1988 dime, especially one that is graded as a perfect specimen, can be worth more than a regular circulation coin, even if they share the same mint mark. But what about errors? When it comes to rare and valuable coins, minting errors can make all the difference. A coin that was struck with a flaw, such as a double die or a misaligned die, can be worth a small fortune. These errors are caused by mistakes during the minting process. When the coin dies, the metal plates used to strike the coin fail to align properly, or the coin is struck multiple times, leading to a misprint. In the case of the 1988 dime, one of the most valuable error types to watch for is the double die error. This occurs when a coin is struck twice, and the second strike is slightly off-center, causing the image to appear doubled. Double die errors are highly collectible, as they create a unique and striking effect on the design of the coin. In the case of the 1988 dime, a double die error can cause the lettering and details on the obverse or reverse to appear slightly shifted, creating a visually intriguing piece that is sought after by collectors. Another error type to keep an eye out for is the misaligned die, which causes the design on the coin to be shifted or incomplete. Coins with these types of errors are often less common than double die errors, but they can still carry a premium, depending on their rarity and condition. Misaligned die errors can create coins that are visually appealing in their uniqueness, which is why many collectors are willing to pay significant amounts for these types of coins. So, what makes a 1988 dime worth $105,000? While most 1988 dimes are worth little more than their face value, a few rare examples have managed to make their way into collectors' hands, often due to their minting errors or their exceptional quality. Coins that have been professionally graded as MS-68 or higher, or coins with significant minting errors, can fetch astronomical prices at auction. The rarest of the rare 1988 dimes, those that exhibit unique features, pristine condition, and notable minting errors, are the ones that have captivated collectors and pushed the value of the coin to remarkable levels. It's not uncommon for such coins to fetch tens of thousands of dollars or more, depending on their quality and rarity. In recent years, some particularly well-preserved or error-stricken 1988 dimes have sold for as much as $105,000 at auction, cementing their place as one of the most valuable coins in modern U.S. mint history. In conclusion, the 1988 USA 1 dime coin is far more than just a piece of currency. It is a symbol of American history, an example of masterful design, and a coveted item in the world of coin collecting. While most 1988 dimes are worth little more than their face value, the rarer and more pristine examples, especially those with minting errors, have become highly sought-after treasures. For collectors, finding a 1988 dime in exceptional condition or with a rare error could mean striking gold. And for those lucky enough to come across such a coin, the reward can be substantial. A 1988 dime with the right combination of rarity, condition, and error can be worth as much as $105,000, proving that even the most unassuming of coins can hold incredible value. The 1984 USA 1 dime coin, like many pieces of currency, may seem like a mere token of everyday transactions. Yet, beneath its small, unassuming size, lies a rich history, a lasting design, and an incredible potential for value that few might expect. This 1984 dime is not just a coin, it is a symbol of a specific moment in time, a time when the U.S. economy was flourishing, the political landscape was shifting, and coin collectors were beginning to take notice of the growing importance of preserving rare and exceptional coins. Today, we'll take a deep dive into the history, design, and cultural context of the 1984 dime, exploring its significance beyond just the 10 cents it's worth. Along the way, we'll examine how this seemingly simple coin became a must-have for numismatists, and ultimately, how some of these coins have reached a staggering value of $112,000. In 1984, the world was undergoing changes, culturally, politically, and economically. The United States was in the midst of President Ronald Reagan's second term in office, with the country enjoying a period of economic prosperity. The 1980s were a decade of rapid technological advancement, with personal computers starting to infiltrate homes and businesses, and the internet just beginning to take shape. In the world of coins, however, the 1984 dime maintained a sense of stability and tradition. It continued a design that had been in place for nearly 4 decades. The dime, in fact, had not undergone any major changes since 1946, when Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile first graced the coin. Roosevelt's portrait had been chosen to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, both of which shaped the 20th century in profound ways. His face, forever etched onto the dime, became a symbol of American resilience, strength, and leadership. The 1984 dime, as part of the ongoing series bearing Roosevelt's likeness, was designed by the U.S. Mint's chief engraver, John R. Sinnock. Sinnock's design remains one of the most recognized images in American coinage. On the obverse, Roosevelt's profile faces left, a representation of his determination and calm leadership. The coin is inscribed with the words, "Liberty," above his head, and, "In God We Trust," to the right, reinforcing the nation's faith in its leadership and its guiding principles. The year 1984 is stamped below Roosevelt's neck, marking the year this particular dime was minted. On the reverse side of the coin, we find an enduring design that has represented American values for over 200 years, a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. The torch symbolizes liberty, the olive branch stands for peace, and the oak branch represents strength and unity. Surrounding these elements are the inscriptions, "United States of America," and "E pluribus unum," the nation's motto, meaning, "out of many, one." This reverse design has been part of the dime since 1796, giving the coin a sense of continuity and timelessness. When the 1984 dime was first minted, its purpose was straightforward: to serve as a functional part of the U.S. currency system. As a circulating coin, it was used in daily transactions, purchases, vending machines, and, of course, in the hands of children, collectors, and curious onlookers. But the true significance of the 1984 dime extends far beyond its value as a means of exchange. The coin was struck in the familiar copper-nickel clad composition, a mixture of copper and nickel that has been used for dimes since 1965. The 1984 dime was minted in 3 different locations: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. The majority of dimes were struck in Philadelphia and Denver, with the latter producing dimes with the D mint mark. The San Francisco Mint, meanwhile, produced proof dimes for collectors, which featured a high-quality, mirror-like finish designed for display rather than everyday circulation. So, what makes the 1984 dime so valuable today, especially given that most of these coins are still in circulation? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and errors. While the average 1984 dime is worth just 10 cents in its typical circulated state, there are certain factors that can significantly increase its worth. First, let's talk about condition. Like all coins, the quality of a dime plays a crucial role in its value. Coins that have been well preserved, free of scratches, tarnish, or other damage, are far more valuable than those that have been worn down over time. Coins that are graded as uncirculated or with high grades, such as MS 68 or MS 69, can command a premium price in the market. These pristine coins are perfect examples of the minting process, with every detail sharply defined and every curve flawless. A coin that has been well preserved will attract the attention of collectors who want to add a perfect piece to their collection. For the 1984 dime, collectors have been particularly keen on obtaining coins in flawless condition. If a 1984 dime was carefully stored, it could still be in mint condition today. But condition alone doesn't always drive the highest prices. Other factors, such as unique minting errors, can take a coin from an ordinary piece of currency to an extraordinary rarity. One of the most sought-after types of error coins is the double die error. This occurs when the die, or the metal stamp used to imprint the design onto the coin, strikes the coin multiple times, causing the design to appear twice or slightly shifted. Double die errors are highly collectible because they are rare and create a distinct visual effect that makes the coin stand out from others. For the 1984 dime, a double die error could make the coin much more valuable than a regular example. The most common areas for double die errors are in the inscriptions or the date itself, where the letters or numbers can appear doubled or misaligned. Another error that can increase the value of a coin is the misaligned die error. This occurs when the dies that are used to strike the coin are not properly aligned, resulting in an image that appears off-center. Coins with misaligned dies are often highly collectible because of their unusual appearance. While misaligned die errors are less common than double die errors, they still carry a premium, especially when the error is more extreme. As we move further into the world of rare dimes, it's important to mention that the market for coins can fluctuate. What may seem like an ordinary dime today could skyrocket in value due to shifts in collector demand or new discoveries in the numismatic world. While most 1984 dimes are worth no more than their face value, a few key examples have captured the attention of collectors and numismatists, leading to impressive auction prices. For example, a 1984 dime with a unique double die error or one that is in perfect uncirculated condition can command prices in the thousands, depending on its grade. However, the real prize comes with those truly exceptional examples that make their way into public auctions, often fetching prices that few could have predicted. The 1984 dime, in certain rare circumstances, has been known to reach values of up to $112,000. You might be wondering how this can be. How can a coin that was once mass-produced and issued in millions be worth such an astronomical sum? The answer lies in the rarity and condition of specific examples. Some of the most valuable 1984 dimes are those with extraordinary features, minting errors, exceptional quality, or even the discovery of new varieties that no one had noticed before. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are unique, especially those that haven't been seen before or have characteristics that set them apart from the norm. These rare coins can fetch hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars when they are put up for auction. In conclusion, the 1984 USA 1 dime coin is much more than just a 10-cent piece. It represents a moment in time, a part of American numismatic history that has evolved over decades. The design, the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, and the timeless symbols on the reverse side speak to the nation's core values of liberty, peace, and strength. While most 1984 dimes are worth little more than their face value, the rare examples, especially those in pristine condition or with minting errors, have become highly sought after by collectors. These rare specimens are worth tens of thousands of dollars, with some reaching up to $112,000. The 1984 dime, with its combination of history, design, and potential for value, remains a prized piece in the world of coin collecting. The 1976 USA 1 dime coin is not just a simple piece of currency, it's a symbol of a pivotal moment in American history. To truly understand why this seemingly ordinary dime is worth an extraordinary amount of money today, we need to take a step back in time. Imagine yourself in 1976, a year that marked the 200th anniversary of America's independence. The United States was celebrating its bicentennial, a monumental occasion that would see a wave of patriotic enthusiasm sweep across the nation. In 1776, the United States of America had just declared its independence from Great Britain, and the world as it was known was about to change forever. As the bicentennial approached, the country was determined to mark this important milestone in history with something special, something that could be passed down through generations. The 1976 coinage, including the 1 dime, became an integral part of that celebration. The U.S. Mint was tasked with creating designs that reflected the spirit of 1776, yet also looked toward the future. This was no ordinary year for coin collectors or for Americans in general, but before we dive into the specifics of the 1976 1 dime, let's set the stage by taking a brief look at the history of dimes in the United States. The dime, or 10-cent coin, has been in circulation since 1796, making it one of the oldest coins in the country's history. The coin has undergone various design changes over the years, with some of the most notable being the Liberty Head dime, the Mercury dime, and the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime, which was introduced in 1946, was the design featured on the 1976 coin. However, the 1976 version had something a little extra, a unique twist that collectors would later recognize as special. To understand why the 1976 dime is so valuable, let's first take a look at its design. The obverse side of the coin, as with all dimes since 1946, features a portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt, who served as the 32nd President of the United States, was an iconic leader known for his role in guiding the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. The design, created by artist John R. Sinnock, has remained largely unchanged since it was first introduced, but in 1976, there was a subtle but significant alteration. The reverse side of the coin, which usually features a simple torch, olive branch, and oak branch, was modified to commemorate the Bicentennial. For the 1976 issue, the U.S. Mint created a special reverse design that was shared across several denominations of coins, including the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar. The reverse featured a depiction of a colonial drummer boy, holding a drum and surrounded by stars, with the year 1776 to 1976 boldly displayed above. This design was created by the Mint's chief engraver, Frank Gasparo, and was intended to evoke the revolutionary spirit of the American colonists who fought for independence. The new reverse design added a layer of significance to the coin, linking the 1976 dime to the larger bicentennial celebrations that were taking place across the country. The decision to modify the reverse design of the dime was not only an artistic choice, but also a reflection of the times. The 1970s were a period of great change in the United States, with the country grappling with social and political unrest, economic challenges, and a rapidly changing world order. The bicentennial provided an opportunity to reflect on the nation's history, while also looking forward to the future. The 1976 dime, with its new reverse design, became a small but important piece of this national reflection. When it came to minting, the 1976 dime was produced at all 3 U.S. Mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the real intrigue and value of the 1976 dime lie not just in the design, but in the circumstances surrounding its production. In the years leading up to the bicentennial, the U.S. Mint had been under pressure to produce large quantities of coins to meet the demand for circulating currency. This led to some unexpected variations in the way the coins were produced, especially with regard to the minting of the 1976 dimes. Some of the 1976 dimes were struck with errors that would later make them highly sought after by collectors. One of the most notable errors involved the bicentennial reverse design. Although the majority of the dimes were struck with the correct reverse, there were a few coins that were mistakenly minted with the reverse design from previous years. These no-s dimes, as they came to be known, featured a reverse with the traditional torch, olive branch, and oak branch, rather than the bicentennial drum design. The rarity of these error coins, which were produced in extremely limited quantities, would soon make them highly desirable on the collector market. In addition to these rare error coins, another factor that would contribute to the value of the 1976 dime was its composition. While most dimes are made of a combination of copper and nickel, the 1976 dimes were composed of a copper-nickel clad composition. This meant that the coin had a unique appearance and a slightly different weight than earlier dimes. Over time, the scarcity of certain dimes from this year, coupled with the unique design and composition, would lead to a growing demand among collectors and numismatists. As we move forward in time, it's clear that the 1976 dime is not just a relic of the past, it's a highly prized collectible. The value of these coins has steadily increased over the years, with some examples fetching tens of thousands of dollars at auction. But what makes a 1976 dime so valuable? The answer lies in the rarity and condition of the coin, as well as the historical significance that it holds. The 1976 dime is a tangible reminder of the United States bicentennial celebrations, and it carries with it the memories of a nation at a crossroads, looking back at its revolutionary origins while simultaneously moving forward into a new era. One of the key factors in determining the value of a 1976 dime is its condition. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are far more valuable than those that show signs of wear and tear. A well-preserved coin can fetch a premium price on the market, as collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have been carefully preserved over the years. The presence of errors, such as the no-s dimes, can also dramatically increase a coin's value. These rare error coins are highly sought after by collectors who are looking to complete their collections or add a particularly unique piece to their portfolios. As we move into the present day, the value of the 1976 dime continues to rise, and some coins have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. The most valuable examples, particularly those in perfect condition or with rare minting errors, have fetched prices that far exceed their original face value. In fact, some of the rarest 1976 dimes have sold for upwards of $100,000 at auction. So, what is the current value of the 1976 one-dime coin? Well, as of today, a pristine, uncirculated 1976 dime with the rare, no-s error has been known to sell for an astounding $121,000. This represents a remarkable increase in value over the past few decades, and it highlights just how much interest there is in coins from this unique year in American history. It's a reminder that even the most unassuming objects, like a simple dime, can hold immense value, both in terms of monetary worth and historical significance. The 1976 dime is a perfect example of how the world of coin collecting can be full of surprises, and how a piece of currency that was once just part of everyday life can, with the right combination of rarity, condition, and historical context, become a collector's treasure worth a small fortune. As you look at a 1976 dime today, you're not just seeing a 10-cent piece of metal, you're looking at a piece of history, a coin that represents the spirit of a nation at a pivotal moment in time. It's a reminder of the sacrifices made by those who fought for independence, and it's a symbol of the enduring strength and resilience of the United States. And, for those lucky enough to own one of these rare dimes, it's a tangible connection to a moment in history that continues to capture the imagination of collectors and historians alike. The 1977 USA one-dime coin might seem like an ordinary piece of currency at first glance, but there's much more to this 10-cent coin than meets the eye. To understand why the 1977 dime holds such a special place in the world of coin collecting, we need to step back and examine the historical context, the design that adorns this seemingly simple coin, its minting process, the collector appeal, and, ultimately, the impressive value it holds today. The 1977 dime, like many coins before it, tells a story about the era in which it was minted and the ways in which small changes to design and production can make a coin stand out. The year 1977 was a time of transition and change for the United States. The country had just emerged from the turbulent 1960s and 1970s, a period of political unrest, social movements, and profound cultural shifts. By the mid-1970s, the nation was trying to find its footing in a rapidly changing world. The Vietnam War had ended, the Watergate scandal had rocked the political landscape, and the economy was struggling with inflation and the oil crisis. Against this backdrop, the United States Mint continued to produce the coins that would circulate in the economy, but with a sense of continuity and stability, a reminder of the country's enduring values and history. The design of the 1977 dime is rooted in the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's portrait had graced the obverse side of the dime since 1946, shortly after his death. Designed by John R. Sinnock, this profile of Roosevelt was meant to honor the president for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. It was an image that evoked a sense of perseverance and resilience, qualities that were deeply relevant as the country faced economic difficulties in the 1970s. The reverse of the dime, which features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, also ties into the themes of unity, peace, and strength. This design, which was also created by Sinnock, is a symbol of the nation's commitment to freedom and democracy. While the obverse had remained unchanged for decades, the reverse design of the dime has a more symbolic significance, representing the nation's ideals and values. However, while the overall design of the 1977 dime was similar to those from previous years, the year's coinage was produced under unique circumstances. The United States Mint was facing the task of maintaining a constant supply of coins to meet the growing demands of the economy, all while dealing with inflation and fluctuating production costs. The 1977 dime was minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mint facilities, continuing the practice that had been in place for years. The fact that the dime was struck at all three mints is significant, as it meant that coins from each location could have slight variations, particularly in the mint marks that were used to identify the origin of the coin. The key to understanding the allure of the 1977 dime, though, lies in the rarity of certain variations and how these factors, combined with the historical context, would contribute to its collector appeal in the years to come. The U.S. Mint produces millions of dimes each year, but only a select few are truly unique enough to capture the interest of coin collectors. One such variation is found in the specific mint marks placed on the coin. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint, for example, did not have a mint mark, while those from Denver had a small d, and those from San Francisco featured an s. The 1977 dimes, despite being relatively common in circulation, also represent a significant era in U.S. coinage. The 1970s were a time when the mint had begun experimenting with different metals and compositions in response to the rising costs of precious metals. However, the 1977 dime, like others from the 1960s and 1970s, was composed of a copper-nickel-clad mixture rather than silver, which was phased out in the 1960s. This shift in composition was part of a broader effort to control production costs and ensure the continued circulation of coins that were affordable to produce. Over time, this mixture of copper and nickel became standard in U.S. coinage, and its appearance and weight would become an important factor for collectors looking to complete their collections with coins from specific years. But as we know, the true allure of a coin is often tied to its rarity and condition, and the 1977 dime is no exception. While most of the coins produced in this year were minted for general circulation, those that were struck with pristine precision, those that were well preserved and free from wear and damage, would soon become highly desirable in the world of numismatics. For collectors, coins that have been carefully preserved over the years are often far more valuable than those that have been circulated and show signs of age. In the case of the 1977 dime, one of the most important factors for determining its value is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale that ranges from good, meaning the coin has significant wear, to mint state, or proof, meaning the coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin is. Coins that have been well preserved or that feature rare minting errors are especially prized by collectors, and the 1977 dime is no exception. Speaking of minting errors, the 1977 dime, like many coins, has been subject to slight imperfections that can significantly increase its value. These errors could range from double strikes to misaligned dies, and they're often considered valuable because they're so rare. A coin with a minting error is unique and stands out from the thousands of other coins that were produced without such flaws. As a result, error coins tend to attract the attention of collectors who are always on the lookout for something that will make their collection stand out. Now that we understand the historical context, design, and appeal of the 1977 dime, let's talk about the most exciting part of the story, the coin's value. While most 1977 dimes are worth their face value of 10 cents, certain examples of the coin have sold for astronomical amounts in the world of coin collecting. The 1977 dime is particularly valuable when it is found in excellent condition or when it features rare minting errors. As of today, one of the most sought-after 1977 dimes has fetched a staggering $118,000 at auction. This price is a testament to the rarity of the coin, as well as the growing demand among collectors for coins that represent important moments in U.S. history. The $118,000 price tag for a 1977 dime is an extraordinary amount for a coin that was originally worth just 10 cents. It underscores the unique nature of coin collecting and how small differences in minting, condition, and history can result in immense value. It's a reminder that the world of numismatics is full of surprises, where a humble dime from 1977 can end up being worth a small fortune. So, if you happen to stumble upon a 1977 dime in your pocket change, don't dismiss it as just another coin. Take a closer look. If it's in pristine condition or if it carries any rare minting errors, you might just be holding onto a piece of history that could make you a small fortune. It's fascinating to think about how coins like the 1977 dime, once just a part of everyday transactions, can transcend their original purpose and become cherished treasures for collectors and investors alike. The 1977 dime, with its connection to Franklin D. Roosevelt, its historical significance, and its potential for rare variations, remains one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in the U.S. mint's history. Its journey from everyday currency to a collector's gem is a testament to the timeless appeal of numismatics and the enduring value of coins that capture a snapshot of America's past. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone simply interested in the history of American coins, the 1977 dime offers a fascinating glimpse into a unique moment in the nation's history, and, perhaps, an opportunity to make an impressive profit along the way.